Well, Jose, congratulations.
Thank you.
Here we are in your living room, barely 2 hours since you won your third Premier League trophy at Chelsea. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Are you?
Tired. Obviously, I'm very happy. I'm very proud of the boys. You know, new group, new team, lots of players without a Premier League title, with the heavy weight of succeed to a fantastic generation that Chelsea had. No more Frank Lampard, Ashley Cole, Essien, all these big boys that were crucial in the last decade. New team, new people, new kids, and so many work we did together in the last 2 years. And obviously I'm so happy. But as I was saying yesterday, when I was asked what I would do after the game, back home.
And here you are.
Yeah.
You've done this before, you know what it takes to win titles. As you've already said, you had players playing for you today that have never done that before. So did you do anything different today to get those players prepared for this game?
We are comfortable, but we felt that pressure, the expectation. We have to do it at home, we have to do it now. And I think it was hot, hotter than normal. The pitch wasn't wet like we like and normally is. And Crystal Palace was fantastic because I think this game in another country would finish 5-0.
Yep.
And Crystal Palace doesn't need the points, is stable in the middle of the table, but they play the game like they need 1 point to survive, or they need 1 point to reach Europe or something. They were fantastic because this is the nature of the game. You are in a game to win or not to lose.
Does that make it sweeter though that you've done this in such a competitive division?
Yes, obviously yes, because sometimes I laugh when people compares a few numbers from different leagues.
Yeah.
And I laugh, and I can laugh because I was in all of these leagues. But when you see a 7-0, a 6-0 in Germany, in Italy, in Spain, people don't know really the difference between the top teams and the other teams. And in England, this is a reality. Even the top teams to win is difficult. It's difficult. So I look back to what the season was. Obviously, we had some matches where everything went in the right direction and you win comfortably. But most of the matches is about this: 1-0, 2-1, 0-0, 1-1. Every team wants to get points. It's so competitive. So to do what my boys did is amazing. And to lose on the 1st of January, a heavy defeat in a London derby, to be with the same points as Man City, and since January, not one single defeat, and go from the same number of points to 10, 13, 15. We know what we had to do for this, because when the situation was getting harder and warmer, March, April, was exactly when we lost players. We lost Diego, we lost Remy, we lost Diego twice. We lost Fabregas injured, we lost Fabregas by suspension, Matic suspended. We had lots of problems, so to stay competitive and winning matches, you have to know how to win. And this is an art, but especially you need what is more difficult to get, which is a certain team ethic, a certain team discipline, desire, empathy, communication, cooperation between all of us. So for me, these last months was amazing. With so many difficulties, win point after point and be champion with 3 matches to go is a great achievement for the boys.
No wonder then when I came up the stairs and said, "How are you?" you said, "I'm tired." I can understand that. It all distilled down to today. All of the effort, all of those matches, all of those victories. Do you still get nervous when you enter a day as big as today?
You feel the occasion.
So you slept well last night?
Yes, no, but I always sleep well. No, that's not a
not the night before
problem.
you can win the Premier League, really?
Yeah. Maybe I don't sleep well after the game, but before the game I always sleep well. I told the players during the week, this is a normal game. This is just one more game we have.
But they know
we
it's
have
not,
to win.
though,
but they know it's not, and the expectation everybody was waiting for the title. We know that if it's not today, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next week. We know that, but now you can breathe in a different way.
And relax.
Yeah.
So you sit here 100% happy?
Yeah, 100% happy. Yeah.
Good, because we don't hear that from you very often. It's always about the next game and the next challenge and the next
100% happy. But I'm already
Till
thinking...
when? 9 o'clock tonight?
No, I go out for dinner with my wife and my son and my daughter, but we go out for dinner so many times on weekends, so even that is not different. But they are also happy. I think they are also tired because only the boy normally goes to football. And of course they were feeling that was important for me. I made a decision to be back. I know that I was not just getting another job. I was getting a special job for me because to be back to a club where I was happy before, I was gambling a little bit.
It's a risk, isn't it? It's a risk.
It's a bit of a risk, you know. I don't think Chelsea supporters would ever forget that we won the title 2004 after 50 years, but the expectations were high. People expect me to be back and to win it again. And if things go wrong, probably people would say why. But I really wanted to come to Chelsea and to England, and now, as a family, we are happy because I don't forget the way Stamford Bridge received me last year when we played the first match at home against Hull. And now 2 years later, we are champions.
You talk a lot about the motivation behind your career is your family. What do you like to live with during a football season?
I try to separate things. I keep saying I don't want them to make their life depend on my professional happiness.
But they read the papers, watch the news.
They don't read papers,
No?
they don't watch news. They read me.
Do they?
They read me. They know what I'm feeling. They know when I'm worried. They know when I'm sad. They know when I lose a game, I come home and I try to pretend that nothing happened, but they know that something happened. Yeah. I tell them many times, I won so many times and for so many years that we must learn how to live when things are not going well, but we don't know.
And it was quite emotional seeing them there today, I imagine. What was it like at the end when you went up for a hug?
Yeah, it's only possible in this country because it's the only place where you have family so close and they're just behind the bench. It's only possible in every other stadium I played, Madrid, San Siro, Porto. Impossible to do that. So I'm get used to because my son every game is there. But today, all of them were there, and after Kevin's friend last whistle was for them.
At what point do you start thinking about next season?
I'm thinking about the next game, to be fair. I'm already thinking. Crystal Palace gave us today a fantastic example of what football is. But I feel already this responsibility. I know that in this moment we breathe. I know that the players, they deserve now a couple of days without football, but we have to be back and do it professionally till the end of the season, 3 more matches.
It's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, but we must be able to do it. We must be able to do it. Obviously, I'm going to give a chance to some boys that didn't have many chances during the season to play. But we are the champions now. We are the champions now. We are very proud to get the crown from Man City hands because Man City is a fabulous team. And now we have this extra responsibility because we are the English champions.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact you've taken the title from Man City because they took the title from United and they took the title from City. It's been a while since someone's managed to defend a Premier League title.
When I meet my board, when we have our board meetings, I used to say, especially in the beginning of the season, if you want to be in the top 4, you have to think about being champion. Because to be top four in this moment in England is really hard, and there's always a big risk of a big team to stay out. Man United stay out last year. This season, Man United, Liverpool, they are there in the limits, and why not us next season? So we must be very strong again. And
you did it last time.
Yeah, we did last time. And it was not easy, obviously. But I think the Premier League is getting more difficult and more difficult and more difficult.
Yeah.
So, but we are going to try.
If that team from 2006 played this team from 2015, who would win the game?
Depends who is the manager.
There's only one manager, right? Let's talk then about the players who've won the league for you this year, particularly John Terry. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, he looked like he was on his way out, John Terry, didn't he?
The last seasons for him before I arrived, he was in trouble. It looks like he was in the end of his career, or because managers didn't trust him enough. But the reality is that last season was a very good season for him, and this season is a magnificent season for him. He told me already, him and Ivanovic, they told me already that they would like to play every game in the Premier League this season from the start.
Really?
So they don't want to belong to the players that I'm going to change. They told me already.
That's great, though. You want to hear that from your players, don't you?
This is a very important achievement for us, and they want to play every game.
Who did you choose to do the team talk ahead of this match?
This one?
Yeah.
Was Fabregas. Fantastic team talk.
What did he say?
He told exactly what I thought and what I was thinking before the game. Was so hard to be in this position. We worked so hard all together that today we have to do it. At half time, I told them, the next time you come into this dressing room, you have to be English champion.
And with 2 or 3 minutes left, only leading 1-0, how nervous were you?
On the bench, I have no time to be nervous. I was just trying to read the game. But to be fair, I read the game for the players at half time. I told them at half time what was going to happen. I told them they play pure counter-attack in the first hour, and after that they brought the team to their normal shape with punching behind the striker, and they finished the game with the two big guys. So we were ready for that. Is Sanogo and Murray good in the air? Yeah, they are. But Zoom is better than them.
So that's why you brought Zuma on?
Of course, and the game was over. So
you make it sound so simple.
You know, it's not simple. Our team had answers for everything this season. When we had to score goals, we score. When we need to defend, we defend. When we had to play with a certain style, we did. When we had to play for what I call the point ant, we went for the point ant in the last couple of weeks. We did everything right, and the players with a fantastic spirit. So I'm really happy for them. I hope that in this moment they are enjoying, because they deserve.
Absolutely. What did you say to them afterwards?
Nothing. I had myself in my office, because I knew that what could happen to me, and you can smell it.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, you've got off quite lightly.
When they got me champagne and champagne and champagne, so even without drink, I was almost drunk just with the smell of my suit.
And have you spoken to Roman?
An hug. I was in the media. I was in a flash interview. I left the flash interview just for that quick hug, but I know him quite well, and I think that hug means more than 1,000 words.
When you look back at the season, it seemed in the early part of the season you were playing with a brilliant swagger and a confidence, and you were scoring goals, and you were just blitzing teams and blowing them away. Wonderful football to watch. Second half of the season, you were dogged and you were determined and you were pragmatic and you ground out.
And nobody
results.
could beat us.
Exactly. But which of those two gave you the most satisfaction?
Both, because the first period was a new Chelsea, different than the last season. A fantastic style of play, where Fabregas was crucial in pushing the team to the direction we want to push. In the second part of the season, we lost players not for many injuries, but we had some critical injuries. We had critical suspensions, and the Diego and Matic suspensions were quite long suspensions. We were in the limit of the 10th yellow card for many players, and the 10th yellow card would bring a 2 matches ban. I remember, for example, when we play QPR, if Matic and Fabregas, they get a yellow card, they don't play Man United and Arsenal.
Yeah.
So to go through all these with so many problems was fantastic. So the team become pragmatic, the team become cold, the team become, if I'm not scoring lots of goals, I'm not conceding goals.
Yeah. And that gives you as much satisfaction as 4-0.
Both gives me both exactly the same, because the art of a team is exactly this: is to be ready to cope with everything. It's the same thing. Zuma played central defender. Zuma played midfield. Zuma today, when Ivanovic was injured, was ready to play right back. Peter Cech, a Chelsea legend, played 6 matches in the Premier League, become the second goalkeeper without any evident reason. He did nothing wrong, and in the 6 matches he played, he gave us a title. You know, this kind of situation. Remy, when the team need 1 goal against Hull City after a draw at home against Burnley, Remy comes, score a goal, give us 2 points. John Mikel, he had a surgery. In the last 2 months, he played a couple of minutes. Today, we need stability in midfield. Mikel comes, gives the team what the team needs. So every player playing minutes. Sometimes people from the outside, they don't understand what a team is. So
does that bother you though, the people from the outside? Like, have you spent any time at all sitting on this sofa bothered by the boring Chelsea chants at Arsenal, or the press articles written about the fact that Chelsea don't play attractive football? Like, does that bother you at all?
Doesn't bother me.
Would you rather they said you played beautiful
change
football?
me. Doesn't change me.
Right, but maybe it does bother you a little bit.
I'm stronger than that.
Yeah.
I know what it takes to be in the position we are, so doesn't affect me. But I think the players, they deserve more. I think is a bit strange is that normally the pundit with a higher voice is the pundit that comes from the pitch, the former player, the former legend, somebody that was a fantastic player, so somebody that has a complete understanding of what it takes to. And it's strange when these people doesn't go in the direction where they should go, because if one day I become a pundit, I hope not, but I hope one day when I finish...
You? Come on.
No. I think when I finish my career,
That'll be it.
I disappear from football world. But I think if one day I become a pundit, and I think you have, because you know more about football than the people that is at home buying newspapers or watching TV, I think you have like a compromise with football. And people must understand and not be influenced by negative comments. It's the same thing that people is asking some managers' heads because they were not champion. Only one can be champion.
It's all about people's motivation though, isn't it? Because if a pundit sits there and says nice things about Chelsea, that pundit won't be written about. If they say something controversial, which is usually negative, suddenly
it's a new job.
But that pundit is the story, and I think it's important sometimes for those pundits to be the story, isn't it?
I understand. It's a new job. It's a new industry. I understand that completely. But respect is respect, and I think Chelsea players, they deserve more. Yeah, Chelsea players, they are good kids, and they deserve more to be top of the league for more than 200 days. I don't know. Or
it's a record. No one's ever been top.
It's a record, so even better.
How would you like this season to be remembered? Is there a defining game? Is there a goal? Is there a moment?
Our second goal of the season, I think, defines what Chelsea was for many months, which is sure the goal at Burnley. 20 passes, fantastic movement, the vision of Fabregas, the depth pass, the depth movement from a winger coming inside, and the beautiful finish. This was Chelsea football for many months. Peter Cech's save against Everton on a Lukaku shot, I think, means everything. A player that was the second goalkeeper during the season, the same way Zuma was not the first choice, the same way Felipe was not the first choice, the same way Drogba was not the first choice. This kind of people, to be critical, to be there when the team needs them to be.
What's the key to getting that out of those players, so they're ready when you're ready for them?
I think it's the way we work, because we work really hard and intense every day to keep these people in great shape. But I think it's just pure lucky to have this kind of people. Nobody can teach Peter Cech to be what he is as a team person. Same as Kid Zuma and some many others, always ready for the team. The team is more important than anything else. And they were brilliant.
I've worked something out. Bob Paisley was 57 when he won his first title. Sir Alex Ferguson was your age when he won his first of 13 Premier League titles.
I have a long way to go, but Sir Alex left the bar in an impossible position for anyone.
Impossible. Nothing's impossible.
Impossible. I cannot win 13 Premier Leagues. I can win 13 championships. I can.
Not Premier Leagues then?
No. I have 8. I think I can go to 13, yes I can. But 13 Premier League, no chance.
And would you like those remaining 5 to all be here in English football?
I keep saying what I told before. When I come back, I put myself in Mr. Abramovich's hands. My family is super happy to be here, so I have nothing to push me away of England. It's just up to him. When he wants me to stay, I stay. In the moment he thinks it's the right moment for me to leave, I will go somewhere else.
Thanks for talking to us. I know you've got your family waiting downstairs. You've got some dinner to go and eat.
I need a shower.
I think the most important thing, and I know that it's the relentless nature of your business and your approach that means you're a winner. But tonight of all nights, just savour it.
I will. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.